Several of our churches tonight are in revivals or meetings. Alan Shepherd's church is having a memorial service tonight for someone that's passed away in their church. And, Pastor Bruce had cataract surgery today, so he's feeling a little incapacitated. So I don't know, why would a fellow get cataract surgery? Seeing is highly overrated, from what I understand. And Mike Smith's church is having revival this week, I believe. And so there are a number of other churches doing that. But let me just take a few moments to maybe state the obvious, and also to give us something that we need to consider praying about diligently in the days ahead. We've been doing this now since October. It's a long time. And our group has fluctuated bigger and smaller, ebbs and flows from week to week. It's hard for everyone to maintain that extra night commitment. It's just impossible. Things happen that you need to be somewhere else to be. Tonight's my 30th anniversary. My wife's supposed to be here, but she said, I'm coming to that prayer meeting. We're going to be there. It's the most important thing we can do in this county. So I'm coming to prayer meeting tonight. And so she'll be here in a few minutes. But it's hard to keep that momentum going. But let me give you something of the big picture. And it's, the Lord has to fashion this. The Lord has to paint this picture. We can kind of dream a little bit, but He has to put things together the way He wants them together. I'm going to a meeting next Wednesday in London, Kentucky, that involves law enforcement and some other really important components to shaking the little bushes and the big bushes, the low level and the upper level drug trafficking going on in this region. There's so much effort taking place now to make a difference. And there are groups that are meeting in this region, praying diligently, praying hard. And so I'm going to go to that meeting next week. This week I have a meeting with a fellow at Follett Church of God, and we're looking at maybe trying to set up a countywide viewing of Appalachian Dawn sometime maybe late August or September. If that can come about, if we can get that scheduled and have a couple months to promote that, publicize it, then it gives us a chance with this prayer group to pray toward a specific date and start inviting people to a particular event so we can say, hey, come. Then the effort would be when folks in the community, and my prayer would be we could have 300 or 400 or 500 come or more and see the movie, especially people who haven't seen the movie. Then that gives a lot of folks who come the idea that, well, maybe you ought to get a prayer meeting started in the county. Novel idea. Well, guess what? We've been waiting on you to come together with us. And so from there, my prayer would be that the Lord would stir up a whole new commitment to the prayer effort. And from that juncture, could it be then that we start saying, all right, now we're going to start planning for some type of prayer march in the county. Now that we've got more churches, more people aware countywide, our law enforcement is behind this. So many groups are behind showing this film. The Anti-Drug Coalition, which is a big collaboration of groups all across the county. They want to show this. They want the county exposed to this. So that's what we're praying for. So tonight, as we go to prayer, pray that the Lord would give us the right night and the right place to show this film, that the publicity would reach out to the people that need to hear and need to get there, that God would use this to mobilize the churches. Now, we're a remnant. We're a prayer remnant in this county, and I recognize that. But I also recognize that the fruit of this prayer effort is not dependent upon the size of this prayer effort, because then we'd have to say, well, that kind of changed things dramatically. The Lord did say where 2 or 3 are gathered, He's in their midst. And I don't think it takes 1,000 for Him to move thousands, but sometimes it's the smaller group. Remember how He whittled down Gideon's army to a small group, and they made big things happen. So I'm good with that part, but it's time for this to go to another level, or it's time for it, to shut down or take on a different form. So I know some of you you're so committed, you've been praying hard, and so we just need to pray through this next zone, this next couple of months, for the showing of this film, and then for the calling together of the churches, and the planning of our movement across this county, a public display of unity. Now, I'm good to pray with whatever size group the Lord brings together on a Tuesday night. But when we march through the streets of Campbell County, a group this size will mean nothing to the county. But a group of 3,000 or 5,000 or 6,000 shakes the bushes, and that becomes, very serious.